So good afternoon to all of you. It's been a long time since I'm seeing familiar faces of journalists among the journalists. So as all of you know, today is the second day of our Congress, and the first day was the inaugural session, where you have followed and you covered the basic thrust of the 23rd Congress as we are presenting, as the leadership is presenting the draft resolution to the Congress for its consideration. The draft resolution has been placed yesterday afternoon, and on that the discussion has begun this morning. 12 comrades have already spoken on that from 12 states. That discussion will continue today until tomorrow afternoon, and after that, the consideration of the resolution and its adoption will be undertaken. The practice in our party is to have a very vibrant inter-party democracy. So our draft is released to the whole country 2 months before the party congress. Every party member has the right to send amendments. We have received 4,001 amendments, which are the pre-Congress amendments, as we call them. And all of these have been studied in a pre-Congress amendment report. A report on the pre-Congress amendments was presented to the party Congress, and that has accepted a certain number of amendments that have come before the party Congress by party members across the country. And most of these amendments have been in the direction of strengthening the formulations already contained in the draft political resolution. The essential thrust of the draft political resolution, which most of you have already reported, but only for recollecting the essence, is that today's situation, the main task which we consider before us and the country and the people is to isolate and defeat the BJP. This is the foremost task in order to safeguard the character of the Indian Republic, to advance the interests of the working people in our country, and to uphold and safeguard the Indian Constitution, which is being violated and undermined with impunity. So in order to achieve this, the draft political resolution has proposed to the party Congress that the first task that's required to be done is to strengthen ourselves, that is the CPIM, in a very substantial manner, so that our political intervention capacities can grow. On that basis, to strengthen the unity of the left parties, the left forces, and then forge a left and democratic alternative of forces, which is not necessarily only political parties, of course, political parties plus the social movements, people's movements, etc., who are willing to come together on an alternative program, policy program, alternative to what the current ruling classes are adopting. And then, on that basis, to forge the broadest possible mobilization of all secular forces to take on the Hindutva challenge. This is the four-pronged approach that we have suggested, which is not sequential, but it is simultaneous. All these four aspects should be done simultaneously, and that is how to achieve this objective, to isolate and defeat the BJP. So as I said, on that the discussions are continuing, and in the meanwhile, the BJP government and the Prime Minister are busy. Now it's come up with, I think the latest, after hijab is now the halal, and after halal, now they've come up with the azan. So it is only these divisive forces, in order to sharpen communal polarization, that is their only agenda. The real agenda is, in the meanwhile, while diverting the attention of the people onto such communal polarization, sharpening of communal polarization, they continuously impose greater burdens on the people. And the one in the immediate instance, it is the issue of daily hikes in the prices of petroleum products that has already spiraled an inflationary upsurge in the country that is ruining both the economy and the lives of the people, livelihoods of the people. So we have demanded in a separate resolution that is circulated to you, we have demanded that immediately the central government should withdraw all the additional taxes it has imposed. It has imposed a very high degree of cess and surcharges on petroleum products. Now, cess and surcharges are categories that are not shareable with the state governments. So the entire revenue goes purely to the central government. And because of this hike, these hikes, the prices of petroleum products are high, much beyond the rising international crude prices. So we are asking for the withdrawal of the cess and surcharges, these additional taxes. And for resource mobilization, we say you tax the rich, you have a super rich tax when you consider that, instead of giving corporate concessions that they continue to give. Even in the pandemic year, last year, they gave a corporate tax concession of 8%. And they collect their revenue through these hikes in petroleum prices from the people. That is, benefit the rich and squeeze the people with higher prices for your revenue. That is not acceptable. So withdraw these additional taxes and reduce the prices of petroleum products. That is the concrete demand that has been made through this resolution, which is circulated to you. We are happy and very, respectfully we acknowledge the fact that 40 international communist and workers' parties have sent their greetings, fraternal greetings of solidarity to this party congress. The list has been enclosed, that is circulated to you. And to all these parties, we express our grateful, not merely thanks, but our revolutionary salutes. Because this, what is happening in the world today, a joint, combined effort of all contingents of the communist parties in the world, will have to be built up and strengthened to face the onslaught and assault of both this neoliberal economic offensive and the aggressive manner in which USA and US imperialism wants to further strengthen its hegemony over the world. So in this direction, we think these fraternal messages are a great source of support and inspiration, and we convey our solidarity to them in their countries in order to strengthen their links with their working people, like they have wished us the best of efforts to strengthen our links with the Indian working people.